What do you think Sunday will be like for you?
Sunday will be another game for me. It's just the next game on the schedule. Obviously, it's my old team, but I'm treating it like another game on the schedule.
Do you think that could be? I mean, it's easy to say it's another game, but it's a place you got a lot of history, have played a lot of games. Do you think it'll be hard to trying to pretend? I guess it's another game.
Not at all, because naturality, it is another game. I have to go out there and be at my best for my team. I have to go out there and be dialed in for 60 minutes, not allowing any big plays, not allowing catches, doing whatever I need to do to make sure, I slow my guy don't show up on the stat sheet. So that's my main focus. That's my main goal going into this week, and I'm working towards that all week this week.
Who has more of the advantage in your mind in this situation? A receiver that knows your tendencies or you knowing the receiver's tendencies?
I mean, at the end of the day, when you get out on the ball on the football field, we're just being ballers. They have a lot of great receivers on that roster this year. Obviously, D-Hop is leading the way. A.J. Green has been a 11-year vet in this league. My draft mate, Christian Kirk, had a great game last week. But at the end of the day, every defense has an assignment and a responsibility. If we're able to do that to our full potential, we'll be able to make it out of downs.
Patrick, what was your relationship like with Kyler the couple of years you guys played together?
Me and Kyler had a real close, cool relationship. Obviously was a young guy getting drafted there, and was it 18, 19 he got drafted? Yeah, so whenever he got drafted, just trying to show him the ropes, help him understand the ins and outs, not only about the league, but, about how to maintain himself and handle his business around the locker room, how guys look up to him. And he's taken that leadership role for sure and ran with it, So me and him did have a great relationship while I was there. And I haven't talked to him since the start of training camp, but, I'm sure it'll be a little jawing at each other here come Sunday for sure.
Is that kind of unique where you were in your career when he was drafted? I mean, we've talked about it here with like Justin and Adam. There's such a big age gap, but like they're so close. I mean,
Yeah.
was that kind of the way it was for you?
No, not really, because he was on the offensive side of the ball, so we rarely got an opportunity to interact with each other on the field. But in the locker room, we always, cracked jokes on each other, talked about certain techniques that DBs like to use. Asked me a couple questions about defenses. So it was unique in the age difference, but I still feel like I'm young enough to stay up with the mojo and all the catchphrases they like to use around the locker room.
How does his mobility, from your experience practicing against him, change what you guys have to do in the secondary?
You have to be disciplined in your rush lanes. You have to plaster your coverage because he's a guy that can extend the plays with his legs. He's always looking to throw the ball first, and running is his second option unless it's a design run. But he's looking to make plays with his arm, and him and Russell Wilson to me are in that same category of quarterbacks that's very elusive in the pocket. You have to know where he is at all times, and also you have to be tight on your coverage because that's when big plays are allowed, when the quarterback gets out of the pocket, extend the time a little bit. Receivers kind of know where they're going, so we have to be on our P's and Q's and make sure that we're plastered on our coverage. When he do, hopefully he don't. I know that's a big if and a big, question to answer, but if he does get out of the pocket, we have to make sure that we're tight on our coverage.
How impressive was what Hopkins did last year in his first year with the team, and what stood out to you about A.J. Green's game over the years?
It was I won't necessarily say it was impressive because he's been doing that for, as long as he's been in the league. He's been a 1,300-yard guy, since day one. So it wasn't a surprise at all. Hops is a great professional, take care of his body. Obviously when Sunday rolls around, he's ready to play. And A.J. Green, his resume speaks for itself as well. Very, very talented receiver that can make all the catches, still got a little juice to take the top off the defense. These guys have a well-rounded receiver core that we have to be prepared for because any one of those guys can make the big play.
Is that what makes Hopkins so dangerous? Not only he takes care of it, but his experience. What do you think is his number one thing that makes him dangerous?
Um, One is him catching the ball. It's very, you rarely see D-Hop drop any passes. He catch all of the contested catches, throws. So you just have to make those windows a little bit tighter. Be a little bit tighter to coverage. Just try to, as best as you can, just try to make his day a living hell. But D-Hop is one of those receivers that invites the physicality of the receiver of the DB. And that's kind of how I play my game as well. I want to be physical with the receivers and kind of get in their head and have them thinking about me a little bit more. But D-Hop is different. He invites that. So it's going to be a little bit of a chess match whenever I have my opportunities to go up against him. Like I said, it should be a fun game. It should be a fun matchup whenever we do have opportunity to match up. It should be an electrifying game that we, looking to prepare for and hopefully get a dub.
Pat, with the game being in Arizona, do you expect any kind of reception or reaction from the fans? And also, do you expect there to be quite a few Vikings fans there?
Yeah, from the looks of things last week, I know it was a little bit more of a closer trip. But it was Skull Nation definitely, showed up in Cincinnati. So hopefully they can do the same thing there in the Toaster at the State Farm Arena. No, is it State Farm? Yeah, it is State Farm. Nope. Is it State Farm? Okay, I thought so. I couldn't remember. at the State Farm Arena. But as far as my welcome back, I really don't know. Like I said, I'm really no. What was your name?
Chad.
Chad said it may be harder than, it may be easy to say than done, but I'm really treating this like another game on the schedule. So I'm not expecting anything. If it comes, I would definitely welcome it. But, at the end of the day, this is a week 2 game that I'm trying to prepare for and help my guys be in the best position possible to go out there and get the dub.
Is that a mentality you've developed over your career, just being able to compartmentalize one game and not put too much weight on any result or any circumstance?
Oh, yeah, it's a long season. Like I talked to you guys early on in the year, I'm a cruising altitude type guy. I never want to get too high, I never want to get too low because it's a long season. Anything can happen at any given time throughout the game or the season for that matter. So every game is just another game on the schedule, that I'm looking to prepare for and go out there and give it my all to make plays for this defense and this team as well.
A few more for Pat.
Pat, by and large, do you feel like just the way that things ended in Arizona and you coming here, do you feel like you were respected by the organization?
I said what I said a couple months back. Now my focus is on truly just going out here and just trying to get a dub and play my best football.
You didn't get a lot of targets Sunday in Cincinnati. How do you
Pro
think
Football Focus thought I did.
what do you think?
Say it again.
What do you think? How do you think your debut went?
I thought it went well, on the action that I did get, but I do prepare myself to getting a lot more action this week. And that's just my mindset of whoever I'm guarding, he's getting the ball. So that's my focus on this week. I thought my debut was pretty well. Now, the debut is over. Now I'm moving forward to week 2. Hopefully I can get on the stat sheet a little bit more this week.
How often is what you expect from being tested, number of times they target you or whatever, match up when it comes to game day?
So, repeat that one more time.
So like today's Thursday, you have X number, they might try throw my direction this many times, and then like by game day it comes around and it was just once, or it was
Yeah, I'm the type of guy that I always preach to the guys, practice how you want to play. If you practice being in position, practice breaking up the ball, when the game comes, it's going to come easy. But the hard thing about that, if balls don't come your way, you still have to maintain focus, still have to maintain your obedience within the defense. You can't get bored because, like I talked about earlier, it's a long football game, a long season, and anything can happen. So, that second of me losing focus or that second of me not being dialed in, that could have been my pitch that I let up. So one of my coach used to always tell me, when your pitch come, you got to hit it. So I always want to put myself in the best position possible throughout the week of practice. So when that pitch does show up, I got to be ready to hit the fastball.